You know, whatever happens in Fulton County, Georgia, where a district attorney is currently evaluating the results of a grand jury investigation of President Trump and people in the Trump team and whether or not they meddled or attempted to meddle in the 2020 vote count there, I think there's one thing for certain. Whatever this DA decides, especially if this DA decides to go the extra mile and this unprecedented attempt to criminally indict a former president and a current candidate for president. If she does that, I think it's pretty clear that we can just disregard the entire thing as the farce that it really is. Why do I say that? Well, you've seen the jury forewoman, right? Let's take a look at one of the interviews this grand jury forewoman gave, and we're going to do a thought experiment. We're going to watch without the sound. I just want you to watch the behavior, the glances, the looks, the eyebrows, and the animation that you see from this person who's really, really enjoying the 15 minutes of fame here. This is almost like a musical theater high school student sort of getting that chance to be the star in the stage version of High School Musical on Broadway. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. It's worse when you actually hear what she has to say. Now, again, let me just be clear. This is one of the most sober and important responsibilities that an American citizen can have. You're called to be a part of a grand jury. Grand juries are incredibly powerful. Grand juries are delivered evidence by a prosecutor. And understand that there is no defense, right? Whoever is being accused of a crime does not have a chance to stand in front of the grand jury and say, no. Here's my story. Here's why you've got it all wrong. No, it's a one-sided affair. And that grand jury sees all of the evidence that the prosecution presents, and then they come up with recommendations as to whether charges should be filed. This is why they say that a prosecutor couldn't get a grand jury to indict a ham sandwich, right? Get it? That's always funny. People laugh about that. You know, a prosecutor can get a grand jury to indict a ham sandwich. That's supposed to make us laugh. That should terrify you. It should terrify you that a prosecutor can get a grand jury to indict you and ruin your life. I mean, they could do it to a ham sandwich. So now that you realize how important and serious this grand jury process is, and then add to the fact that this is a grand jury looking at evidence that could lead to the indictment of a former president and right now a presidential candidate, Donald Trump, let's watch Emily Kohrs, the forewoman, the woman who's in charge, the woman who represents this entire august and serious grand jury. Let's watch her and hear what she has to say.
Sure. Did you personally want to hear from the former president?
I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear? And me getting to swear him in. I kind of just thought that would be an awesome moment.
I mean, are we supposed to be okay with this? Apparently, she really likes the celebrity nature of this gig she's got, right? It really beats working the graveyard shift at Fridays. I'm sure she has all the buttons on the suspenders, right? But it didn't stop there. Apparently, she was really, really excited about another target of the investigation, former mayor of New York, Rudolph Giuliani.
My coolest moment was shaking Rudy Giuliani's hand. That was really cool for me. I made a point of stopping them and being like, wait, before we go back to this, can I shake your hand? Because it's an honor to meet the guy. It was really neat for me.
Honor to meet you, Mr. Giuliani. By the way, we're going to indict you and make you spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in legal bills to try to get you off of this completely trumped up charge that we're throwing at you. But gosh, what an honor. What an honor. All right, I understand. Listen. Maybe she's just caught up in the moment. She's not used to being on television. It was her first interview, an exclusive with NBC News. Maybe she's just acting weird and quirky because of that. It can't be that she's actually enjoying this entire process of having the future president's entire potential criminal indictment resting in her little, powerful hands. No, yeah, it can't be that she's actually relishing every moment of this, could it? I don't know. Let's see what she did when she went on CNN.
Is it more than 12 people? Is it more than 20 people?
I think if you look at the page numbers of the report, there's about 6 pages in the middle that got cut out. Allow for spacing. It's not a short list.
You getting any weirdo vibes here? Are you getting some creeped out vibes? Are you getting some? I had to tell you, my entire early dating life is flashing before my eyes right now. I know this girl. I know her very well. She was in the musical in high school. She probably maybe went to get a theater degree. And now she's working as a waitress because she couldn't get a job on stage. But boy, this is her moment. This is her big, big moment. Shouldn't, I don't know, she be taking this a little seriously, a little more sober in her approach? So now the grand jury has delivered, she has delivered their recommendations to the district attorney, and now they're soberly weighing the opportunity to indict President Trump, the man who's running for president right now. And whatever they do, we're supposed to take very, very seriously. Now, I'm sure you've heard President Trump refer to this entire process as a witch hunt, right? There's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. They're coming after me. It's a witch hunt. Well, that may be hyperbole, but in this case, it turns out with this woman, Emily Kohrs, the foreperson of the grand jury, it seems to be incredibly accurate because some internet sleuths have dug up her Pinterest accounts. And, well, I don't know how to put this. She's a witch. She's actually a witch. The woman who is running the grand jury, the witch hunt, is in fact a witch. Here's one of them called Sacred Science. Look at all the pentagrams and interest in Wiccan and Wicca. And I think that might be the Deathly Hallows over there. Maybe she likes Harry Potter. No, that's something a little more nefarious. And one of them is also into herbology and crystals and magic and, again, tarot cards and green witchcraft and palm reading and, well, listen, I just want to go on the record to say that you can believe whatever you want to believe in this country. If you're a witch, go with God. I mean, who am I to argue with you? But don't expect us to take you seriously when you hold the potential future president's career in your hands. Don't expect us to take you seriously when you're the individual that could actually get in the way of the constitutional process of the American people selecting their next president. Then I think everything that you are and everything that you're interested in and everything in your background deserves a little bit of scrutiny, just a little bit. Or perhaps you should forego the NBC News and CNN interviews and just fade into obscurity where you belong. Now, the good news about all of this is that I'm not the only one laughing at it and not taking it seriously. There's been some pretty good internet memes about this one. I think our favorite is from Mimamar Gaddafi. That's right, that's his Twitter handle. Yeah, there she is with her broom. I believe that's a Nimbus 2000, if I remember right. If I remember my early Quidditch training years. She's a witch, Harry. Leave it to Donald Trump to peg it properly that an actual witch is leading the witch hunt. Can we please get past the ridiculous attempts to criminalize Donald Trump for being the wrong kind of Republican, for being the wrong kind of conservative? This began before he even ran for president the first time. He's icky. Nobody likes him. Look at his hair. He says things that are mean, and don't even get us started on the tweets. So therefore, he should be in jail. He should be stopped. And the full weight of the Justice Department at every level of our government should be thrown at him to treat him like the criminal that he is. That's what we're witnessing. And now this time it's in Fulton County. And it's led by this woman, the witch. We eagerly await the results of this grand jury and whether the DA in Fulton County will do anything with it. But may I just say, I would like to thank Ms. Kohrs for making it very difficult to deliver any actual indictment. More to come on O'Connor tonight.